influential cultures. I am a part of this culture, and I have been since I was the age of 19. This culture means a lot to me, and it helps me accept, it helps me overcome obstacles, and it also helps me find beauty in the world. And that's part of why I find this culture so inspirational and such a big part of my life. This culture actually has a rich history. It's been found from mummies from the 5th millennium. Also, Egyptian mummies had part of this culture. It was mainly used for medicinal purposes, as we believe in the early years, and even in Japan from 1720 to 1870, this part of culture was used to brand criminals. It was used as an alternative from nose and ear removal, which I'm glad nowadays it has gone far away from the criminal ideal. This culture has been, like I said, part of my life. It embodies most of my values, and I love the aspect of it. It's living art. My culture is the tattoo world. I actually got my first tattoo whenever I was 19. As I said, I'm 25 years old now. I have been stationed overseas for many years, and part of my time overseas, I received several tattoos, and each one is especially important to helping me accept and overcome things in my life. I also found the love of my life while I was stationed overseas, and we were recently married last November. But back to my tattoos. This one I actually got whenever I started recovering from my alcohol addiction, and it's a daily reminder of how important it is for me to accept that and overcome that and achieve a better me. And another one that is especially important to me is my grandfather. I got this tattoo after he passed away, and I was deployed overseas, and I wasn't able to see him before he passed away. And the grief of that, it was almost too much to bear, because I was away from home and all these things going on, and part of being in the tattoo world, I was able to focus on that, and I was able to get a tattoo that reminds me of him and helped me overcome all that grief. I've seen tattoos help people find beauty covering scars and from domestic violence, from accidents, from medical conditions, and it helps them accept that and feel beautiful again. That's part of why I love this culture. Tattoos are living artwork, and even though I can barely draw a straight line, I am living art. I'm happy being a part of this culture. Sometimes I have to cover it because of my job or what area I'm in, because I'm Mississippi born and raised, and a lot of people in Mississippi really don't understand the importance of tattoos to me. And so sometimes whenever I go home, I have to cover it up because of their beliefs, but to me, it's still just as important as it is. And I love being a part of this culture. I love the values. I love how common it is to know that if a random stranger doesn't have a tattoo, then someone else he knows or is related to has one. It's such a large culture, and it's so accepting, and I love being a part of the tattoo world. Thank you.
All right.